to Real Perspective. I'm Russell Lockhart, and next to me is, whoa,
I'm back.
he's back.
Oh my gosh. Okay, there I am. Okay, so I'm here.
Tell your name because I may have heard if you got
Steve Madden.
Steve Madden.
Not the shoe guy. All right.
And not the football guy either.
Well, no, that's the cousin. No, hey, we won't get into that.
So we're here for Real Perspective. And today we've got two movies for you. Mm-hmm. We've got Anenome and we've got The Smashing Machine.
Okay, so you're going to start with that.
Anemone.
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 That's not, yeah, we were over here trying to figure out how to say this thing. Anemone.
Not an enemy.
It says it's some enemy or something. I asked him if it sounded like alimony, but I mean, this poor guy, it says a story about this dude that got lost all everything because of that. Okay, no, it's not the right one. Anyway, all righty. So we're going to start with
Anemone.
Anemone. Okay. We're going to watch that trailer right now, and then we will be right back to talk about it.
All these years, the isolation. This is it. This is my life. I've seen my share of lost souls, brother. I'm beyond your reach, Jem. No. The Invisible Man, Ray Stalker. How long was it, brother? When you went limping off into the woods? What, 20 years? Why did he leave us? The army teaches you to grin and bear it. The war with crime, and we were the phantom soldiers.
Ray never spoke to me about what happened over there.
I can't help you. Till he's telling me what happened. Is that a question?
What do you want from me, brother? What do you want?
You're going to hell, brother. Family reunion.
Okay.
All right.
Anemone.
Anemone.
All right.
Anemone.
All right.
It's a fun word to say.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
Daniel Day-Lewis, my dude.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yes.
Out of retirement.
Out of retirement.
From 8 years, because the last movie he made was 2017, and he went into retirement. He said, I'm retired. I'm done.
Okay, 2017.
Yeah, 2017.
That's 8 years ago.
I knew that count. I got that.
All righty. Yeah, this is the method actor.
Yes, he is. Method. I love
this dude walks around in his underwear at his house talking. No, I'm kidding. That's a joke. But yeah, he's really a good actor.
He's great.
Actually,
I mean,
tremendous.
The last movie that I loved to him is There Will Be Blood, which I thought was a great movie. He also did The Last of the Mohicans, which I always thought that was terrific too. He's such a great actor. I really like him. I'm glad he's back. Mm-hmm. I was trying to figure out why he's back, but then you have to understand the director and the co-writer is none other than
Ronan Day-Lewis.
Ronan Day-Lewis.
Is that his son?
It's his
Okay,
son.
cool.
So he wrote
All right.
it. His son is a director, and he co-wrote it with his dad. So this also has Sean Bean. You'll know him from Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
But not Doctor Who.
Not yet. We can't tie him to Doctor Who. We were trying. But he has no relationship to Mr. Bean.
No, he's not Mr. Bean.
Not Mr. Bean.
Okay. So here it is Sean Bean plays Jim, and Daniel Day-Lewis plays Ray, and they're brothers. Now, the way the story is that Jim, He's at home with his wife and his kid. It's actually his brother's son and ex-wife.
Okay.
And if the brother had just left many years before, and so he adopted that boy and became the husband to the wife. So he's going out to try to find his estranged brother.
Okay.
So he's like up in the wooded area about him there, and he goes over there, and then it's kind of an unfolding of trauma from whenever they were kids, whenever Ray was hurt and all the stuff that he had to go through and everything that he's dealing with. That's where the story is. However, and then at the same time, you had a side story about the son who is being bullied at school because of his dad, real dad, not Sean. I mean, not Jim, but for Ray.
All right.
So he's being bullied about his dad, and so that's kind of where that story goes in there. Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing: to me, it's a slow burn kind of movie.
Okay.
Very, very slow burn. Very slow. Painfully slow sometimes. Painfully slow.
Alrighty.
It's 2 hours long and it drags a lot of the times. So one of the times, like very beginning, you have like 15 minutes when they say nothing. It's like he goes into the brother's house or cabin and they're just ignoring each other, and his brother's putting the log on the fire, and they're just, and 15 minutes, and then they finally say something.
Okay.
To me, it was just really a slow movie. It was sometimes boring.
Okay.
Daniel Day-Lewis has, no surprise since he and his son wrote it, the biggest part of the dialogue.
Okay.
And I'm talking huge, just a big dialogue where he's like ranting and raving and complaining about stuff. And it was like, oh man, he's talking a lot. So it was like he has these different things that he's ranting and raving about. So he gets a lot of the action on that, a lot of the talk, where Sean Bean is relegated to doing this a lot.
Okay.
And he has very little dialogue in it. And he also doesn't get his character doesn't get the love or the respect of raising this guy's son. So that would kind of bother me. So, but it just was a movie that was very slow, very tedious. And quite honestly, it was like they didn't really unravel a whole lot that was like earth-shaking. There was a few things, but it was like, okay, that's not really terrific. It's not really no aha moment at the end or anything like that. Mm-hmm. I just thought it was kind of boring to me.
Okay.
The other thing to think about is that this is it's rated R, and it's all about language. It's got a lot of language in it.
Okay.
And it's got a lot of, or some sexual language in it. So, the stuff that they talk about.
Yeah.
To me, it's just not, I don't care about the language as much, but it just got tedious. It was not a really great movie, not an uplifting movie for sure. Mm-hmm. And just not a really terrific movie. I was bored. I was absolutely bored. And again, Daniel Day-Lewis, who I respect and love his acting, it was like he was just on these rants all the time in the movie.
Well, so was it like, dude, you should have stayed retired?
Yeah, maybe. I think it was just. I think they should have written a little bit more from the brother's perspective.
Okay.
And they could have had interaction. But most of the time, like I said, Sean Bean's character Jim would just sit and know they're doing this and just listening to his brother rant and rave and talk about how bad his life was. It was just one of those kind of movies. I didn't really
so, was it a downer?
It is kind of a downer. There are some very bizarre things that happen in the movie, and at the end, they kind of give you a glimmer of hope, but not much. It just was some of the stuff that they were talking about. It wasn't really clear what was happening, because at some point, sometimes you thought he was sexually assaulted. But then that didn't make sense. It looked like it was going that route, but then it didn't make sense. And then he talked about his dad and, that he bowed up to his dad, basically.
Yeah.
and did that. So you got the sense that maybe his dad was abusive to him. It was so convoluted that it wasn't very clear on what his abuse was. They did talk at one point in there about a big reveal that he said, but it wasn't. It didn't make sense in these. It just seemed like they were throwing stuff in there to make him not a nice guy, and this is the reason why. This is the reason why. It's everybody else's fault. Like I said, it just was boring and slow and very. I don't mind slow movies, but this one was like watching a snail move on the back of a turtle. It was so slow. It just was not entertaining.
Okay, so they label this as a psychological drama film
because it drives you crazy while you're watching it.
Oh, okay, all right.
That's a psychological one.
Now, did you have any unction to fall asleep during this?
No. I watched the whole thing. I wanted to see something that was happening.
Yeah,
it definitely wasn't as boring as a movie that I always say is the most boring movie in the world that I ever saw back in the, I think 80s, 70s, I don't remember, called My Dinner with Andre.
Oh,
big
okay.
long movie with just two people eating dinner. No, it wasn't that.
Two people eating.
But that's really seriously what the movie was.
Well, okay.
But this was just too much of a slow burn.
Okay,
and it wasn't just a slow movie. It's just that you went 10, 15 minutes in spots with no dialogue. You're just watching these two guys just being grumpy and ignoring each other, and it was just like going, that's. Maybe one time you could show that, but man, it got really tedious when you saw that off and on.
Okay.
So yeah, I just thought it was not.
It was okay. All righty. So and I'm over here. Sean Bean. I mean, he should, if he was doing some the Lord of the Rings stuff or whatever, it might have sparked a little more interest in the flick.
Yeah.
Maybe he could have. Even Game of Thrones, he could have put his big thing on there. Anyway,
yeah.
But okay, so a slow burn, boring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like to hear from other people, see what they think too.
Yeah. Now, is that My Dinner with Andre the only one that? Is there any other movies that at the movie house you had a tendency to fall asleep?
My Dinner with Andre was one of them. That was just so boring. I can't think of anything right offhand.
Okay, all right.
So a lot of times I'll see a movie that's real slow, but it's got some. It's interesting.
Okay.
And this one is not that interesting.
Not that interesting.
Okay.
I think maybe Mr. Lewis here, since he's been a winner of all these awards for how. In his character and he's method actor and stuff like this, maybe he just thought, well, the people will see it's Daniel Day-Lewis and just absorb and say, oh,
maybe so.
Just because we're in his presence. But sometimes that doesn't work, especially when, anyway, but alrighty.
I think he did a great job.
Okay.
And Sean Bean did a great job, although he was kind of like a backdrop more than a thing on a lot of it. The acting was good. I really did like the acting. The script is what fell apart for me.
Okay, the script. That'll make or break a movie, I'll tell you.
And I love the directing. I love the different scenes that they had, except for the cabin was a little But some of the other stuff that they did was interesting. He had these illusions every now and then, like trying to figure out life and everything. He had these things that were happening that kind of lost you. And they didn't really have a meaning to it. It's just very odd.
Okay.
Like being on an acid trip. Not that I ever was, but that's what it seems like.
Was it like that him movie? That was more like an acid trip.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, like I said, the acting's good. Story, not so good.
Okay.
It was just not. And then the pacing was so slow, so boring that it was lost me a lot of times.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at with that one.
Okay, and so let's take a look. Wokeness, did they even get any of that?
No, if I kept thinking that they were going to go into the where a lot of people are exploring like
sexual abuse or whatever
abuse,
type of abuse.
I don't think they went there. At least I couldn't figure that one out.
That one out.
It just seemed like he was being abused, but yeah, no wokeness.
Okay, and you said the cussing. There's a lot of cussing.
In fact, I was looking at IMDb, and the big one, 55 times.
55?
It's not a record. It's not a record.
No, the Die
55
Hard 2
times.
probably is.
I keep thinking, I don't think it was that. There's another one that was out that I remember.
I remember we were over at a friend's and we sat and watched this movie and we sat there and wrote down and kept count of all the anyway.
I know Scarface was a lot, but
yeah.
I don't remember. There was one that was a bit more than that. I don't remember what it was. We'll have to do that research and say that.
Yeah, we'll have to research it. Okay, and alrighty, and of course this is definitely an R-rated, isn't it?
Very, very R-rated.
Okay.
It's really only rated R for language. So it's like the cussing, and then there's some sexual language in there when they're talking about sex.
Yeah.
So that's what it's R for. Nothing else.
Okay. Alrighty. So, let's get to the reels here. I'm really interested in this one here.
Because of the acting, that kind of gave it oomph. Okay, it gave me something to look forward to because these guys are good. I love Sean Bean and I love Daniel Day-Lewis, and so because of the acting, that kept you involved.
All right.
And the other two, which was the wife and the son, were kind of background. They would show their story a little bit.
Yeah.
That was kind of throwaway, but both Sean and Daniel did a great job. So I gave them a little bit of points on that. But out of 10, 3.1. 3.1. I can't recommend this.
We can't recommend this. Unless you want a good nap.
Yeah,
now, if you want to sleep, even though they are cussing in the background, you can go see this movie here, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
3.1.
3.1.
Russell, I'll tell you, you're getting more critical.
This one, I have to be. It's just not a great movie.
It's just not a good movie. Okay. All righty. So that was Anenome. Anenome. Okay. All right. All right. Let's go on to our second movie. And which one is this now?
The Smashing Machine.
The Smashing Machine. Smash. No, this is not.
And that one's easier to say than Anenome.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's the Smashing Machine. Let's watch the trailer. We'll be right back.
Probably look at my eyes.
How did that happen?
Well, have you ever heard of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, the UFC?
That's the bloody thing they're trying to ban.
This guy is the best he has ever seen.
Do you hate each other when you fight?
Absolutely not.
How do you know Mark Kerr? Oh, we go way back. But he's a buddy of mine.
Come on, baby. Too much?
Never.
Too much?
No.
Please welcome in his Octagon debut, Mark Kerr!
Winning is the best feeling there is. It's 40,000 people and they're cheering you on. There's no other high like it in the world. No contract, no money?
No money.
Do you have any stronger pain medication?
Advil?
Advil?
Yeah.
Don, would you like
No.
some? They're handing them out like candy. Let's all get in. Everybody get in. Hey, Don, can you take this picture for us?
Yeah.
What are you thinking at the beginning of the fight?
It's simple. Am I going to hurt him before he hurts me?
Yes, there were times I'm sure
This Grand Prix to crown the greatest fighter in the world. He has come back from the brink. Let's see if he can pull out a victory over Mark Coleman.
Have you spoken to either about fighting such a good friend for a life-changing amount of money?
I faced it all.
I just need you to let me in.
I took the bull.
Always about you. Only about fighting you.
Big, strong man. I love you.
Think he wants your autograph?
Sure, no problem. No fighting.
Okay, smashing movie, and we have some action here, and we have Dwayne Johnson.
The Rock Johnson. I don't know if he goes by The Rock anymore, but he doesn't in movies. He just says Dwayne Johnson.
Okay.
So The Smashing Machine is a true story.
Okay.
So it's about Mark Kerr, and he is kind of one of the pioneers of MMA fighting and stuff. So this goes into the story of him and his life, his addiction to opioid addictiveness that he had. Right. So that's part of that, and his whole story there. So a lot of it, I know a lot of people go, I don't like MMA fighting. Well, really, you don't have to really like it to watch a movie. It's a small part of the movie, but they're not. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like it because it is very bloody. You see just a tiny bit in that, just to get taste every now and then. But really, the story is about Mark Kerr and his addiction and his life and what his whole life that he had kind of messed up during that time. He had a golden opportunity. He was really on top, and all the stuff that had happened that caused kind of a downfall during that time. So it's got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And he plays Mark Kerr. Emily Blunt, which is phenomenal. I always loved Emily Blunt.
Emily is good.
She is awesome. She plays Dawn, and that's his girlfriend, the Mike Kerr's girlfriend. And then we have Ryan Bader. He plays Mark Coleman. Now, Ryan is an actual MMA fighter, and he does that, but he's also an actor. And he plays Mark Coleman, which is Mark Kerr's best friend. Nice. And they grew up in the ranks on the fighting, and they were off in another country trying to win a title. So that's where the movie goes into place. So like I said, it's a true story, and it's just this. First of all, it's just a really good story about the drug addiction, the opioid addiction, and how that gets to someone. Even this big, powerful man, and how it brought him to his knees. It also about Dawn, who was kind of encouraging it, and even though he was trying to stay clean at one point, that she kept pushing stuff on him and still getting drunk. And still doing all this stuff. So
alrighty.
So it's that. It's also about that relationship between him and his best friend, and that whole MMA type of world there. It really is a wonderful movie. I had a fun time with it. It's a good story. It's got the friendship in it. It's got the relationship in it. It's got the addiction that he was trying to overcome. Everything that you want. And again, it's a true story, so it's always like that. And at the end, they actually show the real Mark Kerr,
real one,
like modern day, what he's like now.
Yes.
It really is a cool movie. It is rated R. Now, majority of this R is for language. A lot of language, and then violence. And it's more violence of the MMA violence type of thing.
Okay.
So, yeah, and drug use. It's also got drug use. So that's because it is about opioid abuse.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's a very cool movie. I think, to me, I really feel like Dwayne Johnson deserves an Oscar on this.
So he really did a good job in that. Okay.
Yeah, so they transformed him. There wasn't much to transform him. He looks just like the guy did when he was younger.
Wow.
And then you hear him talking, and he apparently just kind of watched this guy, reels of this guy, because he had the voice down, and he had the cadence down. He had everything just perfect. He just did such a great job, and I truly believe that he gets an Oscar out of this, or at least a nom. It just is really good. And Emily Blunt, just a great job. You want to hate her because of all the stuff that she does.
Yeah.
But she shows her, as anything that I've ever seen Emily in, she's just top notch, and I love her. I think she's awesome. And I even Ryan Bader, who I thought he was just a great guy, great actor. He did that perfectly. I think everything fell right into this movie. It was all good. It gives you the good feels when it needs to, but it also shows you the downside. And so just when you have that high of having the good stuff that's happening, and you see him climbing the ladder, and you see something else happen. And I think that's indicative of drug abuse and the addiction like that. So I think they do a really good job on giving you that high and then that low, and high and that low, and the high and the low. Just a beautiful job all the way through. Directing wise,
yes,
the cinematography was wonderful in this movie.
Okay.
And the fighting scenes, absolutely great. in the different scenes in there with the, they emulate a lot of, there's a documentary out there on this, and they emulate a lot of the documentary in that. And so you'll see different places that they talked to in the documentary and did that. And you see a lot of things emulating this. They did a great job in bringing this to the big screen. They do. Like I said, I think Dwayne did a great job as far as his portrayal.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the best in there. Again, the fighting scenes are great. They're very well organized, choreographed.
Yeah.
You see everything that's the way they deal with the camera shots. Just phenomenal. I absolutely love this movie.
Oh, great.
Love it.
Well, we got it. We got a good one here.
Yeah.
Of course, it was different from the characters in Jungle Cruise. Wasn't
Absolutely,
it?
very different. Very different.
And that's so. I think Dwayne is trying to show his acting chops.
He is, and he did.
Yeah, and which is good. So MMA. Yeah. So the fighting. Was he a wrestler?
Well, he was a wrestler. So in MMA, you combine a lot of these different traits and fight. And he was a wrestler at first and then became an MMA fighter. So he used the wrestling part of it for his MMA.
For his MMA,
Yeah.
okay. So, and then, of course, a real movie about, and what they call this. This is a documentary film. Biographical sports drama
There
film.
is a documentary out there of the same name.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing. But this is different, yeah.
Very cool. Now, okay, they say his girlfriend, does he eventually marry this girl?
He does.
Okay, and she's still giving him the biz about, is she an enabler or is she a pusher?
She was at that time. Now, I'm not going to give anything away if you don't know.
Yeah,
I don't want to tell them where they're at now. But they do update you on
what's going on
after that.
Okay. Yeah, locations. This is good stuff. I'm still trying to find the Doctor Who reference, but I don't.
I think there was somebody in the crowd in one of the fights that was someone that watched Doctor Who.
There you go. That could be it. That could be it.
The 10 degrees of Doctor Who.
10 degrees of Doctor Who. But so Dwayne, I mean, he has been. Well, I'm just trying to think. I mean. He like an action star flow, comedy, and I think this time he's trying to go for a drama flavor.
This is
good.
absolutely,
That's good.
He does a good job on this. He really does transform himself into Mark.
Now, this is released, that's in Venice. Okay, it was released on the 3rd of October. So here in the States, so we're still trying to, I'm looking at the box office figures versus the budget. I always do that. See if it's making it. These are good. I remember. Okay, well, didn't we? I think at the last time we were talking about the Senior, or what was that?
The Senior.
That was so good.
That was very good. It was a very good movie.
And these biographical type of things.
I love those. When done right, they're a great movie, and you get to, especially like some of the sports one, because of course, it's a little bit different on this because you don't have the high. It was more of some highs, but different kind. But it's more of the lowest part of him that you're kind of
okay. So you're watching as he's fighting this. Does it? I mean, do you leave the cinema? Do you leave it feeling good about it?
Yeah, absolutely. Things? Because after you go and find out, how they tell you what happened and all that stuff, it really is good because even in the movie they show you where he's actually getting help.
Okay.
So and that's part of that part of that was where he's getting help and he's serious about it, but then his girlfriend is like going out getting drunk, getting high, and then taunting him with it. So it is one of those things. But I'm not going to give too much away because
you don't want to give the plot. But the thing is it an overcoming movie or is it with a life?
It's everything because you're seeing his climb to fame,
and
then the fall because of the opioids.
Yes.
But then you see him fighting back
fighting his way
so
back.
It's a win, lose, win, lose, win.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, a person goes to the movie house not so you can be depressed. I mean, we all, like I said, I don't want to go watch something, and I have enough problems as it is. I don't need anybody else's.
What my dad always said, I'm going to the movie to escape. I'm not trying to see real life. But in this one, it is real life.
But it's good, and we got Dwayne actually going for the drama flavor.
Yep.
And, doing a really good job in it. Emily Blunt, of course, always
good.
She's married to old Jack Krakowski, or how do you say that name? Krakowski. What is this drug thing today?
Kaczynski.
Kaczynski. Okay. Anyway, that's Jack Ryan. I think that's on the. But anyway, I'll stop. Okay. Anyway, but it's cool. She is a good actor, and of course, I love the two of them in Jungle Cruise was a fun movie, and she's a really good actress.
She is.
Didn't they star? There was rumors about them being in the Fantastic Four, and I do know in that one movie, but we can't give that away. But anyway, I think they played the part.
Yeah.
Okay. But we got new Fantastic Four now. I'm waiting for that to come out on Disney, but we'll see. That's supposed to be coming out pretty soon. Okay, cool. So let's talk about wokeness.
No, I mean it was before all this stuff.
Yeah, it was before.
So it's a real thing, though. So it's not. There's nothing. They weren't adding stuff in there. So
no, it's not like Dwayne's put a dress on. So running. Okay,
no,
all right.
No, he did that in the Tooth Fairy.
Oh, that was the Tooth Fairy. Okay, all right. And let me see, cussing and nudity.
A lot of cussing. No nudity.
Okay.
Cussing in there. A lot of cussing. So,
okay. Yeah. It kind of flows free these days.
Yeah,
in the movie house.
And the other thing that it's rated R for is the drug use.
Okay, and the
because
drug
you
usage.
do see him,
But they're not putting it in a positive light. They're trying to show
they're showing you the
how
negative.
it brings them down.
Absolutely, show the
Okay,
negative.
yeah, Anyway, yeah, okay, and of course it's
R-rated.
Okay, R-rated. And okay, well, let's get to the reels on this one.
I did out of 10, 8.3.
8.3. I still don't know how he calculates these things. All right.
So 8.3 is I highly recommend this. It's just a good movie and a very good biopic. I loved it.
Okay.
8.3. Awesome. Yeah.
8.3 and a recommended movie to see.
Very recommended.
Yeah. The other one. Okay. So we've had the tale of two dramas today. Well, the first one. Okay. Yeah. We're going to recap here in just a minute, but I was going to throw out a mention here because I was asking Russell before the recording today and before the taping if he had heard what was going on Amazon Prime with the James Bond thing. Well, basically, what was going on is they were taking all whatever how you advertise the movie, the posters or whatever, and they were photoshopping the guns out of them. And I guess this just happened over the last few days. And after that, the people started raising a holy terror against them. So they finally gave in. This reminds me of Cracker Barrel.
Yeah,
with all that type of thing, and people, if they, we don't like this.
Well, it reminds me of back years ago when they had Bugs Bunny and everything.
Yeah,
and they I remember
the cartoons.
Yeah, where they were sitting over there and they said it was the part where they're doing tea and Bugs pours Elmer Fudd some tea, and he says, "Would you like sugar?" And he says, "Sure." He said, "How many?" 3 lumps, and he pops it 3 times. Well, they took that whole thing out. So it said, how many lumps or how many sugar? You want sugar? Yeah. How many? He said 3. And then they cut to the next thing.
And I heard that they did like Elmer. Who was it? Elmer they took the gun out of his hands too. Anyway, and it's just amazing. But I mean, they're going all the way back to Sean Connery. Roger Moore. Anyway, but they rose a terror on Amazon, and now what they did is they took the Photoshop down, but they put scenes, I guess action scenes or whatever, as advertising them, but they still didn't have the guns. So anyway, there's more of this stuff going on. We're talking about wokeness.
So I wonder if the movie, if they're going to have him go like this to shoot somebody, but he has nothing in his hand.
Okay,
or
I'll
they'll
tell
put
you
a
what.
lollipop
Put something else in his hand.
Have a lollipop.
Have a lollipop. Yeah. Oh, goodness. I tell you what, folks. Yeah, I thought we were getting away from this.
You know, it is a little bit, but there's people in there that still try to control this stuff. I mean, they just think that, you know, I know that we've had some violence right now, but again, reminding everybody it's not the guns that's doing it, it's the person.
Yeah.
It's the people that kill. We've had people that kill since the Bible. Cain slew Abel with not a gun, with a rock.
Well, when they're whining about it, and I don't want to get into all of the stuff, but remember that poor girl that dude used the knife and killed her on the subway.
Yeah.
He said, well, that wasn't a gun. And the thing is that guns don't kill people. People kill people when they're whack jobs or what have you. Yeah. And the fact of the matter is, folks, but then, you know, to me, that kind of takes the enjoyment out of the movies.
Yeah. I mean, if you watch something like that, you want to see the whole thing. You know?
Cops and robbers.
And especially classic movies.
Yeah.
You want to do it? Make your own movie. Put it out there without a gun.
Yeah.
What you want to do.
Well, maybe that's what they're going to do with the AI. We'll make one, the Gunless Movies Society or something. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, that was a little piece of current events there. Anyway, but okay, well. What month are we in? We're in October.
We're in October.
Oh, Christmas stuff is coming up.
Yeah, pretty close.
I heard there's a Christmas movie, something coming.
There are several Christmas movies.
Oh, I tell you what, folks. I love the holiday season. I love when they come out with good movies. But anyway.
Speaking of Christmas movies and Dwayne Johnson, if you want to, you know, one of the movies from last season that if you haven't seen it,
Red One.
That's a fun movie. It's a fun movie. So if you just kind of a clip of it saying if you're looking at holiday movies, there's one to see.
Hey, and we were able to tie it back.
Exactly.
Yeah. No Doctor Who ties today, but I mean, anyway, we're in good shape. All righty, let's get back to the recap today. Our first movie was Anenome. Okay.
3.1, cannot recommend it. Unless if you try to take a sleeping pill and it didn't work, watch the movie.
Hey,
because it's just a boring
If
movie.
you don't mind people cussing in the background, you can pass out. All righty, and the second movie is called The Smashing Machine.
Smashing Machine 8.3. I highly recommend it. It's a great movie, and I truly believe that Dwayne Johnson deserves an Oscar out of this one.
Nice. It would be good to see him do that. I mean, he is a really, really good actor and very versatile. All righty. Well, good. That sounds good. And we're going to be coming with more movies coming up. Oh, Tron Ares is coming. Oh, don't get me started. I love this stuff.
Yep.
Anyway, all righty. Well, okay. And we're going to be back here telling you about more and more movies as they come out. And also Christian take on them. And we give you the scoop so that you know whether you should go see these or not. And hopefully that helps you, especially with your walk with the Lord. You don't want to absorb things that you probably shouldn't be. Anyway, but until we're going to see you next time on the show. But until then, keep the popcorn popping.
And the sodas are flowing.
And we'll see you next time on Real Perspective.